This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
That's funny. People ask me, when you do podcasts, you plan it out, you have like a script in front of you, you know what you're going to say and what you're going to do. No, on all points. And especially today, I have no idea what we're going to do, but I do know it's connected to animals. Specifically, I'm going to imagine dogs, because that's in her main wheelhouse as the person behind the Animal Psychology Center. She was excited. She won't tell me what we're going to do. I'm perfectly fine with that, but it's so great to have her back with us. Katherine Andrews is here. How you doing?
Hey, hi, I'm doing great, Steve. Well, here's my little surprise. I get People magazine, and lo and behold, there's this article. It's called Wild at Heart, and it's about this woman whose name is Tabitha Dominga, and she basically runs a horse ranch, and she's literally like 15 minutes from me. I don't know if you've heard of the Badlands. You know, I live near the Black Hills of South Dakota, and this is the Badlands, and it's right around the corner from me. And she does with horses what I do with dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Like, yeah, you know, I mean, I train service dogs, but I also see the worst dogs. I see dogs that have aggression, fear problems, and I see them from all over the United States, because I like Cesar Millan. I see the worst of the worst. Tabitha, okay, this is such a cool story, and we don't know each other. This is the crazy thing. She doesn't know about me, and I don't know about her. So anyway, if anybody's listening, the article it was in People just a few weeks ago. It's called Wild at Heart. Her name is Tabitha Dominga. The reason the article is in People magazine, there's a movie on Netflix about her right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, about how, and listen, this is the coolest part. What she does is, and this is what I do too, when I have a client that's looking for a service dog, I encourage them. One of the first things we do is go to the shelter, and we look at the dogs that are on death row, right? She goes to the kill places. Oh, I'm going to cry. You're going to cry, Steve. She goes to the kill places and finds horses that are up for slaughter. And she buys them, brings them home, her and her kids. She has foster kids just like me. Okay, we're like puppies born from a different litter, okay? She and I. And I don't know if you can see this picture. Okay, but she has platinum blonde hair like me, and she wears it weird. She shaves half her head. You know me, I always have like braids and dreadlocks. This is the first time you've ever seen me with normal hair, right?
Or sometimes you put a little color in it just for fun.
Yeah, well, I have usually braids and dreadlocks. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go meet her. And I thought maybe after I meet her, we can kind of talk about it too. But you guys see this movie. It's called, what's the movie called? Oh, the movie's called East of Wall, because the closest city to us besides Rapid City is Wall. So the movie's called East of Wall. And yeah, watch the movie. And what's funny is, and I haven't told you this, Steve, is that, you know, I used to live in Los Angeles, and someone has approached me about doing a movie about my life being the dog whisperer, because, you know, I was a dog whisperer before Cesar Millan was doing this stuff. And I've had a really interesting life. And I was approached some years back about doing a movie, and I guess I just wasn't ready, because they wanted to talk about my childhood, and my childhood, as you know, was really rough, and I was raised in a pedophile ring, and I didn't have enough therapy on board to talk about things, but I do now. So anyway, how cool would that be if this woman had a movie and I had a movie, and we live like 10 minutes from each other? And how is it possible that we don't know about each other? Answer that for me.
Now, have you physically connected with her yet?
That's why I want to talk about it today.
You know what I'm thinking?
Isn't that crazy?
Let's connect with her.
We need to do a show. Let's do a show.
And have her on.
And I could go out there.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's how far away is she?
10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we both live out in the middle of nowhere, Steve. We live in Rapid City is the biggest city. It's an hour away, and she lives 10 minutes from me.
What are the
And
there's not a coincidence there. That is meant to
that
be.
is like it's crazy. And oh, and listen to this. She has, you know how I always talk about my foster kids. I have kids that I mentor that their parents, like my parents, they really weren't parents. She has these foster kids, and you'll see it in the movie that she takes on whose parents are basically absentee, and she teaches them to ride these horses, and they help her with these horses. And the movie is about how she sells these horses to keep the ranch going. Her husband, she's been through a lot. I mean, there's a lot of sad in the story. Her husband committed suicide, and she almost lost the ranch because somebody came from Texas and said, "Look, let me buy this ranch and I'll help you sell these horses," because she was in a lot of debt. And oh, Steve, she plays herself in the movie.
She does what?
She plays herself in the movie, and her kids
Wow.
play her kids in the movie. Yeah, so you actually will get to meet her in the movie. So I think everybody who listens should watch the movie, and then we should go out there and meet her. I mean, how cool would that be?
Wow.
Yeah. So she has these foster kids and her own kids who ride these horses, but when she breaks these horses, she's kind of like me. She's a horse whisperer. Like she knows the horses and she's kind to them and they love her. And when she sells them, she helps people to make sure that they're going to a good home. And I mean, these horses would be going for meat if it weren't for her, just like these dogs that I take in that would be euthanized. And yeah, it's just crazy that
Just
we,
seeing it's bad enough to know that those horses are on death row. But when you hold that up, and it's not even a clear picture, but just to see this huge animal on the other side, if you flip it to the other side,
yeah,
that horse is there,
right
to
here.
know that,
Yeah,
oh yeah, man, today's his last day. Like what? Like just no words.
yeah.
So God
Yeah.
bless both of you for what you do.
No,
Like
thank
unbelievable.
you. Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna take her my favorite book. Look, I got it from Amazon. Well, this is the paperback, but I got her like a regular hard copy. It's called Women Who Run with the Wolves. And it's one of my favorite books. It's about women like us who go out in the world and do this kind of weird shit that helps the world heal and it helps the world be a better place. And um, how women, a lot of times, because we're sort of like a minority, we have to overcome things, and the world always isn't a friendly place for us being women. And yeah, so I'm gonna take her my favorite. I'm gonna take her like a little gift basket. I'm gonna take her my favorite book
I'm
and
going to hold you to it. You better
go
reach out to her.
go out there with Hera, me and Hera, and then I think we should, if it's okay with her, like just set up a time maybe where we could go out there with the whole podcast thing and like meet her and the horses. Wouldn't you like to do that?
That would be fantastic.
I know, right?
If you could
I'm so excited.
do anything, like you had a magic wand and financial resources and people and what would you do? What would Catherine do?
Wow. I think I would do what I do on a bigger scale, you know, would I would do more rescue and I would expand. And, I don't know if you remember this, but when I first met you, you and I talked about, and I still have this on the agenda. I mean, I would need some funding. And that's exactly what you're talking about. I want to do a healing center here. I want to expand animal psychology and make a healing center where I can bring animals like this. I could bring some of Tabitha's animals. Look, Steve, here's that horse. You can see it better now.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, and that's her. See her in the white cowboy hat.
Yep.
Bring some of these animals here, and people could come here. It's a bereavement center where you can come and heal with animals. I've always just had that, like as a
People
dream,
don't
as a
truly
yeah.
realize what animals do for us.
They're so healing.
right? I people know, yeah, I like cats, I like dogs, I love my dog, things like that. But I don't believe most of us realize how deep that goes and what those animals provide and how they read you, they sense you, they feel you. Like a cat's purr, I've heard scientifically, is a certain frequency to make you feel better. It's not just a cat purring. You know, my
Mhm.
cat sits on my chest and purrs. I'm like, ah, don't move. This is
Yeah,
good.
exactly. They have the ability to plug into you, and that's why they want to they do deep pressure therapy. And this is what I write ESA letters and documents. I do legal documents for people so that they can have their emotional support, their or their service dog. And they want to be near your heart or near your solar plexus here because they can actually, they've done studies on this. I'm not just talking from my psychic point of view,
Sure.
where they can change your blood chemistry, your blood pressure, and therefore change your mood.
Yeah.
And they will do it and they will be persistent. My clients will tell me this, like, he won't leave me alone until he feels like I feel better. And I wanted to today mention to you, talking about Tabitha and her rescuing these horses on death row. We had a dog in Rapid that was on death row. It was a husky mix. And there's a gentleman named Rick who's blind. And I'm working with him right now. And I'm not charging him hardly anything because he's on disability. And um, I'm going to him and making house calls and not charging him. And when I have like a group training, I go pick up Rick and bring him. So we're getting his dog certified. And her name is Demi. And Steve, his wife died a few years ago. He's by himself and he's living in this apartment. And Demi has completely changed his life. Completely changed his life. He is 100% happier, healthier. He's gone off of some of his meds for depression. And when he calls me and talks to me, that's all he talks about is what Demi has done and all these cute stories about Demi and how she crawls up in bed and gets next to him and puts her head on his solar plex, does that deep pressure therapy and breathes with him. And he was talking about how we're doing sit and stay now as part of the his service dog
Mm,
test, and how she's having to trust him because he's having to leave her sight, and she was on death row, so she was really scared now for Rick to leave, and so she's having to trust him when he leaves her to do a sit and stay. And we were talking about that the other day, how she's developing this trust now where she doesn't panic when he like leaves the room or something. And it's just, it's hard not to cry and talk about things like that because how much of a difference this dog has made, and he was talking the other day, he said, Catherine, I just don't know. He said, my biggest worry now is like, what would I do with Demi if I had to go in the hospital, because I'm afraid they would take her from me. And I said, Rick, put your put me as your contact in your phone. Of course, I would take her and keep her for you if you went into the hospital. And he just about started bawling, and I'm like, of course, I'm going to keep her for you. And so there's so many times when things like that are necessary for people who are alone in the world or who don't have relatives, because I don't either. And, if I had all that money, I would just expand on
mm.
the things that I already do.
Yep. No, I get it. I get it.
And
Can
open
you?
open that bereavement center.
I
Yeah.
love the stories of what dogs, what animals will do because they want to help us heal. Any other ones that you could share? Like you talked about how that dog would sit on his chest with pressure, solar plexus, if you will. Um, Anything come to mind? Other things that animals you've seen them do, maybe your own, that they're doing it because they already picked up on the fact that they know you need them at that moment.
Well, yeah, I had a Doberman Pinscher. This has been about 2 years now, and I most of the people that I get dogs for, keep in touch with me. Like my phone is like kind of like 350 contacts in it. But I mean, I don't talk to them obviously every day. But this woman that I got this Doberman for was talking to me the other day, texting, and she was talking about how Nova, the dog's name is Nova, she works at a florist shop, and people would come up behind her. There's a couple people who work with her specifically who like to come up behind her and scare her. And it terrifies her because she has PTSD
Mm.
and she's been raped before, and they just don't get it, you know, and they just wouldn't stop. Well, ever since she brought Nova to work, Nova will not let anybody come up behind her and scare her. And even when she goes to the grocery store and, you know, is getting something on a shelf, Nova is watching her back to make sure that no one comes up behind her because that's her big thing. She was grabbed from behind. And I understand this stuff completely because you know I've been kidnapped and I've been grabbed from behind and I've been chloroformed. And so I know that how it is to live with that in the back of your mind all the time. It takes up so much of your energy. And if you have someone 24/7 who's covering that for you, because otherwise you have to treat it with medication. And who wants to be that heavily medicated?
Mm.
And so that's what she was before, and now she's not. And Nova is with her 24/7. So Nova is always watching her back. And Nova loves it. She loves the job. And the two of them are like peas in a pod. You know, she sent me an Easter picture of Nova with Easter ears on. I'll see if I can pull it up. I don't know if you guys can see pictures through this, but um, you know, it's just so cool that when I see things like this, and okay, here's Nova. Can you see this picture, Steve? The
I actually
Doberman with
can.
the
Wow.
This is what she sent me. They were working at the floral shop on Sunday. So yeah, like on holidays, my phone blows up because people think about me and they think about you know, the dog that they got for me. And I have like all these pictures from Sunday that people send me of their dog and bunny ears or, you know, their service dog or what have you. And so, and they tell me about these very specific things that their dog does for them that makes their life not only easier, but reduces their stress, you know, and they say that the number one thing that we die from is stress. That's what causes all of the maladies that we get, the cancer, the heart attacks, you know, it's stress. And many times a dog in your life or an animal, a cat, even a bird, you know, I write ESA letters for turtles for crying out loud.
Mm.
Um, they can alleviate that because they inherently just know they plug into you. And it's not just dogs, you know, because other animals do it too. I mean, my mountain lion used to do that for me. He used to plug into me and he would come and purr and rub on me when I felt sad. So, and my client that I wrote a turtle ESA letter for, she said her little turtle comes and pokes its head up and she lifts him out of the little enclosure and they sit and watch TV together at night and he'll come and get up on her and he pokes his head out of the shell and he stares at her and, and she's like, I know he's staring at me because he's trying to make me feel better, you know, that he like knows that I need some love. And it's so cute, you know, a turtle. I mean, a
I can't
turtle.
even imagine, but we can't underestimate we're animals. Hello, I think we forget we're animals. Oh, okay. So guess
Yeah,
what? Other animals get us. We may not totally see it, but they're figuring us out.
especially when we bring them into our environment, we love them, we care for them, we make them a part of our pack. Of course, they're going to plug into us. And, you know, I mean, sometimes you see these relationships that zookeepers have with good zookeepers have with their giraffes or their hippopotamus, you know, and when these animals pass, you know, how hard it is for them because it's a family relationship that they have
Mm.
with them. So, yeah. They are. They're family. They're not they're not pets. I don't know that there's some people that have pets, but I think most of us have family, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have pets. Those are part of the family. It's
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
try to read
they're
them. I try to
family.
figure them out. Like my cat is always he's very affectionate and he just wants to nuzzle next to me. He wants to put his chin next to my chin. I'm talking all the time. And I'm like, why? What's he
Mhm.
getting? Like why does he want to do that? I don't know what I haven't figured it out yet. Um, is he trying to tell me
Are
something?
you
Is he
talking
just
to me? You know, it depends. It depends on his demeanor because cats do that cuddle thing or that rubbing thing. They do it sometimes to mark their territory to say this is mine because they have scent glands, and
hmm.
they do it sometimes to say this is mine in a good way, you know.
Yeah.
But they also do it for affection and to give you affection. Sometimes they want affection, and it is it's comforting for them and it's comforting for you, and I'm trying to think if there's any other reason that they do the
Maybe he's claiming me.
rubbing
Maybe
thing.
that's what he's doing because he
Yeah, no,
will
it's a part of that is
and it's
claiming.
only
Yeah,
me. There's not no one else. He
yeah,
will
well
want to
then,
put his chin on
yeah.
my chin and just then he starts drooling and I was like, Rocco, okay, calm down, take it easy. If I walk away and go on the couch, he'll come over. He comes up right next to me, or I'll put him on my chest. Yeah, I'm on my phone watching TV or whatever, and I'm like, stay there, Rocco. And then he'll like try and slowly get closer so they can get to my chin and just put his paws out. I not big problem to have, right? It's wonderful, but
Right.
I try
Yeah.
to figure it
No.
out. I try to
No,
what
you know, when you are their person, you get special behavior, and that's what you're telling me. I have a cat. Her name is Her Royal Highness Princess Diana,
mm,
and she is named after Princess Diana. And she sleeps right here, and she puts her little face right here, and she breathes that yoga breath, that circular breathing with me. And she doesn't do it with anybody else. She just does it with me.
yep.
And it's very special and very sweet. I love it.
Oh, same, same. It's like that's my night. Two cats and a dog on a couch. Like we just all hang out and
Hmm.
everybody gets along. But I try to like they're reading us. I try to read them. I try to see process. What are you thinking? What's going on over there? I try to get in their head, if you will. Either way,
Hmm.
though, it's they're here
Yeah.
to
Well, you're
support.
a good parent, Gabe. You're a good parent. That's what good parents do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your
One of the
mission.
Maine Coon cats tried to kind of take Diana's place, and kind of push her out. And I was like, no, 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 this is Diana's place. You can be on this side, but this is Diana's place.
They're
She
like little
gets to stay
kids.
right here. They are, definitely.
Your mission, which you will accept, is to contact this woman with Wild at Heart. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, and tell her
You have
that
to watch the movie. East of Wall. Write it down, everyone. East
what,
of Wall. It's on Netflix right now. It's
what's
like
it
one of
called
the
again?
top 10 movies in the country. East of Wall. Like EAST, the direction. East of Wall, WALL. And she
You
plays herself in the movie. So, yeah,
you think
East
I'm
of Wall.
kidding?
So watch
I'm
it.
gonna watch it tonight. I really am because I
Yeah, do
have
watch it. Yeah.
free night. I want to check it out, and it's currently one of the top 10 movies on Netflix.
That's what Netflix said. It's like, when you pull up Netflix and it's like top 10 movies and
Sure.
over the country and you can look at them, and
Wow.
that East of Wall is on there. So yeah. So watch it, and then I'm gonna go meet her, and then we'll have to set up a podcast on my phone because we've done that before when we've done that training, and we'll go out there and meet her and the
You
horses and the
just
kids, and
the link you
yeah.
have whenever you already have. We're doing it. So if she says yes, give her the link, get her on here, and we will be all three of us on together. Seriously, I would
Oh,
love that.
cool. Okay. Yeah. How
um,
fun.
thank you for sharing. It's just wonderful.
Yeah,
Like,
you're welcome.
and I don't think it's a
Yeah.
coincidence that you both do the same thing. You both have a lot of similarities, and you're 10 minutes away. There's a reason for all of that. Imagine if you guys teamed up together. Just saying, you never know what the universe has.
No, like I said, litter mates from a different litter.
Mm.
That's what happened.
We can contact you, animalpsychologycenter.com, correct? Beautiful.
Yes, let me know if you need some help
Yep.
getting a service dog or an ESA, or if you have some behavioral issues.
I'm working on that now. Thank you
Yes,
so
you
much.
are.
Thank you for
All right,
hanging with us.
Steve.
Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Love you. Love what you
Take
do.
care. Mwah.
Bye.
Love you too.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.